I want to tell you about a lead I lost that I will never forget. And this is not the kind of lead where you're crossing your fingers hoping that it'll turn into a deal one day. This was someone I knew from our first conversation that they were serious. They came in through one of the social media ads that I was running at the time. And after a couple of conversations, I knew they were qualified. I knew they were serious. I even respected the fact that they were so upfront that they were not loyal to any one realtor. They were loyal to whoever could find them exactly what it is that they were looking for, which happened to be a waterfront condo of up to $2 million, by the way. And I hate to say this, but life did what life does. I got caught up. At the time, I was prepping for an upcoming listing, and I kept telling myself I'd follow up tomorrow. Then tomorrow became next week. And by the time I finally picked up the phone to let them know that I would be sending over an updated list of condos that meet their criteria, they had already bought with someone else. Not because they didn't like me, not because a better agent came along, just because that agent stayed present and I disappeared. And honestly, that one still stings just talking about it. And if you've been in real estate for any amount of time, you probably have your own version of that story too, unfortunately. But here's what I know now that I didn't know then. I didn't lose the lead because I didn't care. I lost him because I didn't have a system in place. So after 10 years in this business and after watching way too many leads slip through the cracks, I made it my mission to build a system. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the 3 things you need so you never lose a lead the way that I did. So let's talk about where it actually breaks down, because it almost always comes down to 3 gaps. And once you see them, you'll know exactly what to fix. If you don't already have a CRM, I'm going to have to state the obvious truth and say you absolutely need one. There really is no way around this if you want to grow, stop missing opportunities, and eventually scale your real estate business. But here's what's changed. Leads aren't coming in from 1 or 2 places anymore. They're coming from social media, your website, open house QR codes, referrals, and conversations you have on the go, right? So it's not just about having a CRM. It's about having a CRM that can capture a lead the moment they come in, no matter where they come from. Even if you meet someone in person and grab their number on your phone, it should sync into your system right away. Because if your leads are landing in different places, text messages, your email, your DMs, a website, a notebook, it's going to take way more work to keep up, organize, and track all of your leads. Let's assume that you already have a CRM and all of your leads are being captured in one central place. The next thing that has to be in place is your follow-up sequence. And this is why. The average realtor follows up with a new lead between 2 to 3 times only, even though 50% of the first conversations happen on the 7th attempt. That means for the average realtor, over half of their leads are just sitting in their CRM, never having had the one conversation that would have turned them into a client. All because the follow-up stopped before the lead was even ready to respond. So if you don't want to be an average realtor, you need a follow-up system that gets you to the 7th attempt at the very least. And you can do this by setting up call attempt stages directly inside your CRM pipeline. That way, nothing gets marked as cold before it actually had the chance to be worked. And if your CRM doesn't let you customize your pipeline like this, or maybe you just don't want to get hung up setting this up yourself, stick around because by the end of this video, I'll share how you can get the setup done for you. Let's be clear, automations aren't there to replace you. They're not going to have the conversation that lands you the client, and they shouldn't. But you should have automations in place to fill in the gaps and moments you'd otherwise miss, so no lead just sits there going cold. Here's what that looks like. Say you have a new lead who wants to buy 6 months from now, right? Instead of remembering to manually text, email, and call them to stay in touch, you can set up automated reminders to make calls for that personal touch point, and then automate the emails that go out in between. This is a simple implementation to help you stay top of mind without manually doing every single touch point yourself. And honestly, for a lead that isn't buying anytime soon, this might be the kind of low pressure communication they prefer anyway. Now, when you're deciding what to automate in your business, consider things like recurring tasks, so email nurturing, or even next step emails for clients who just bought, sold, or leased. And also consider low effort, high impact tasks like purchase anniversary and birthday messages, or even review requests. Here's the part that matters most. These 3 things aren't separate fixes. They're actually all part of one system. And if you recognize that you don't have all of these things in place, you're not just missing a system, you're leaving money on the table, which is exactly what I did when I lost that lead and why I decided to build one. And it wasn't just for me. Later in my career, I started running ads for realtors, and I set this up for them too, not just to generate more leads, but to also help them convert more of the leads they already had. And I did all of this on a business platform called GoHighLevel. So if you don't want to spend hours setting up your CRM with the automations you need and your email follow-ups from scratch, you can click the link in the description to learn more about how my custom GoHighLevel setup can help you. And if you found any of this info useful, like and subscribe. This channel is entirely about helping realtors build the back end that makes the front end actually work. See you in the next one.